What's up, guys? In today's video, I'm going to be going over my weekly rotation for this past week. I am still a little sick. You can probably hear it in my voice, but I finally got my mic working. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into the weekly rotation. Actually, before the weekly rotation, one of my employees gave me this concoction that he made. I have no idea what's inside it. He said he put like 5 different fragrances together, and he said I should try it because I guess he wears it and he just likes how it smells. So to start this video off, I'll just spray this on skin and then we'll go from there. We'll do 2 sprays. Something in there's like a green apple. Something's like a designer smell. Trying to do this with my nose kind of stuff. It doesn't really help that much. Like a green apple, some kind of designer smell. The only thing he told me that there was Hawas in here. I don't even know which one. It's probably not. I'm assuming that's the designer smell. And then if my skin starts peeling tomorrow, then he got me, you know. All right, but anyways, Sunday we went with Himalaya, and I did get a compliment with Himalaya. I was told that I smell, I think he said either expensive or rich or something. Again, one of my employees, he smelled this off of me. He said I smelled, I think he said rich, something like that. Something like I smell expensive or rich. Let's see what the hell this guy made here, but yeah, which I get it. Himalaya is actually a really good scent profile. One of the slept-on Creed fragrances. I think it's starting to get a little bit more, not support, but maybe it is. Maybe it's starting to get a little bit more of a following. Really nice fragrance. This is my second bottle of it. The first one I sold, I had to buy it back. But yeah, this is probably one of like Creed's more masculine, not classy. Well, it's classy, but not, it's like a rugged classiness. That'd probably be the best way to describe this fragrance. Really nice fragrance from Creed. I enjoy wearing this, and I enjoyed the, sure, thanks for the compliment. And I enjoyed the, just the wearing experience on Sunday at work. Then Tuesday, did I get this in the mail on Tuesday? I probably did. I probably got this package in the mail on on Monday. And on Monday, got this in the mail, decided to pop it open, and this is the first one I decided to wear to work. So it was Oceania by Roja. I believe there's a parfum version. I think this is the eau de parfum version. I'm assuming, right? Doesn't really say anything, but I think there's another version of this. It smells like, what's it called? It smells like royal water from Creed. So I already have that. So I'm selling this fragrance just because I already have a fragrance that, in my opinion, smells better. I think royal water smells better, but in the dry down, the violet in this fragrance does come out a little bit more. I'm not the biggest fan of violet, so that's probably why I prefer the Creed. Yeah, you definitely get more violet when it dries down. Not too crazy, not enough for me to be like hate it, and not enough for me to hate this fragrance. But it does come out later on. It's the powderiness of the violet that I'm not the biggest fan of. I'm a fan of violet leaf if it's done right, but just violet in general, like the flower, not the biggest fan of it. Just it's, to my nose, it's really cloying. I can never get over it. That's probably why. Maybe if I could just like get over it or like not smell it, then I would probably like it more. But violet is one of those notes that I guess my brain just thinks it's a threat, and I just always smell it all the time. And my brain like picks it out. Then on Tuesday, went ahead and wore Halfeti Rose. What is this called? It's called Signature Black Rose Halfeti. Okay, I think. All right, whatever it's called. This is a weird one. I wish I've worn it a few times to see what I really feel about it, but I'm not sure. I'm still not sure how I feel about this fragrance. I don't know if it's one I'll keep. I don't know if it's one I'm gonna sell. I'll go ahead and spray it out in the air. Let's do another spray. it doesn't smell that special. Realistically, it just doesn't smell that special. So for the hype that was behind this fragrance when it first came out, right? And it was by certain influencers. You know, I get it. The bottle was nice. The bigger one, the plaque was nice. But this is not a special fragrance, at least not to me. I wish it was a little spicier. I wish it was closer to what, you know, my first impression to it was like an Old Spice, like a rose Old Spice, which honestly would be a good thing. If it leaned more into that, it does become better, but it kind of smells like like if you're in I guess it's a bathroom, right? It smells like some kind of bathroom scent. Not like a freshener. Yeah, I've tried putting this on skin a few times and to see if I like this, but I just don't think I do. Like, not that I hate it, but I don't love it. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like if it was a spicier rose, or like not even a spicier rose, if the rose had some more spice to it, I feel like it's kind of like there's spice, but it's scared to be too spicy, if that makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll have to keep on giving it more awareness to figure out if I love it or not. This is one that I was putting a few fragrances up for sale, so I put up Oceania already, and I put up the second bottle of 724 up for sale already. And I'm contemplating this one still, honestly. I'm just not sure if I want to keep this or not. So, yeah, Halfeti Rose, or Signature Black Rose Halfeti by Zaharoff. It's a meh. It's an okay. It's not a love, I guess. Then got another package in on Wednesday. And on Wednesday, go back to this. I got no idea what he's doing together in there. But anyways, Wednesday got a nice little package in, and it was a Chanel fragrance, or 2 Chanel fragrances. And I decided to wear Paris, Edinburgh, but this is when I started to get sick. So I know it was like around the 7, maybe 8 hour mark that I couldn't really smell it too much. After more consideration, or spraying it a few more times throughout the week and just spraying it on my hand, it smells like the one Creed I got rid of. What was it called? Citrus Bigarade. So it smells similar to Citrus Bigarade, but better, mixed with Green Neroli from Creed. So both those Creed will give you this fragrance. I would say the dry down is more like what's it called? Green Neroli. The opening is more like a Citrus Bigarade. But this fragrance overall is just better than Creed's Citrus Bigarade. But yeah, really nice scent. Even though it's a part of the Exclusives line, it is I believe the only male marketed fragrance from the Les Exclusives line. That's a pretty good one. Yeah, and it's not too crazy for price-wise. If you're getting it straight from Chanel, it's $165 for the big one. There's a 3.4 ounce bottle. I believe the 50 ml bottle is $125, which is not too crazy, especially for an exclusive line fragrance. It's pretty reasonable. Then on Thursday, but yeah, I started getting sick, so I couldn't really, most of the time when I come home from work or whatever, I'll kind of still smell my fragrance around me. But with stuffy nose and all that fun stuff, I wasn't really able to smell it. But yeah, then on Thursday, went with this beauty. Signature Home Sport. Chanel's signature. Chanel's Allure Homme Sport Super Leggera. I don't know. That maybe the name's too long, or maybe I'm just stupid. It's probably a little bit of both. But let me go ahead and spray this on skin. So I have smelled a few of the Allure Homme Sport fragrances from Chanel. I haven't owned one though. I remember smelling this one in store though. I smelled it. Where did I smell this one in store? I think I was in Washington, D.C. when I did. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure I was in Washington, D.C. when I smelled this fragrance in store. And I've smelled the other ones, and I was like, this is definitely the best one. I find the other ones a little powdery, or maybe it's just the one I tried. I think it was Chanel Allure Homme Sport. That's a little bit more of a powderiness. This one has a little bit of the powderiness, but it has like a fresh cleanness to it which I'm glad it doesn't go too far powdery. I haven't worn Allure Homme Sport, and I give it a wearing, but the difference, at least from spraying it on skin, there's the slight powdery, but it's really fresh. It's really classy. I would compare it to something like, not that it smells similar, but the same kind of vibe of Allure Homme Sport, the new one, the 2021. Just the kind of classiness that fragrance gives. This is similar to it, not as in smell wise, just as in the feeling it provides. Basically why I say that is Allure Homme Sport 2021. I sprayed it on a box, went to work, came back, and I smelled it out in the air, and I thought it was amazing. It smelled really nice. Like super classy, super expensive. This also gives you that vibe. I wish I could smell more right now, but I just can't because of my nose. Got that stuffy nose going on, so I can't really smell anything right now. This one's probably going to be one that's going to be a keeper. Maybe I'll start sampling some of the other Allure Homme Sports, but I feel like this is probably the best one. Then on Friday, this is one that I have no idea what the projection was. I have no idea what the longevity was. I was all over the place on Friday. Plus, what's it called? I was all over the place. Was this Friday? Now that I'm thinking about it. Huh. I think so. Actually, I think I swapped out some days. I think this was actually worn on Thursday. Friday, I wore this. Oopsie daisy. Actually, no. Yeah, I wore this on Friday. So, L'Homme Sport. I wore this on Friday. I no idea. Just stuffy nose. Couldn't really smell it out in the air. It wasn't as stuffy as I am right now, but I was able to smell more of the fragrance. It is more of an aquatic version of the L'Homme line. So it's pretty interesting how they're changing these up. They still stay, they're great flankers. They stay true to the L'Homme DNA, but they do have their differences. You can smell the differences, but you could also still smell the core DNA in there. So pretty interesting from L'Homme from Guerlain. L'Homme Sport was my scent on Friday. And then today, my scent of the day today, temperature went down a little bit, so I took the opportunity to wear this fragrance, Creed Centaurus. And honestly, it's a banger. I don't remember what I said a year ago. I'm pretty sure I wasn't happy with the release a year ago. Smelling it now, I love it. It's like, what's the temperature outside right now? We're now at 72 degrees. So 72 degrees. Wore this, not too many sprays though. I think I did 4 sprays just because, I don't expect it to project like crazy. So with Creed's scent trail, at least I was assuming that's how this fragrance is going to perform with the scent trail that Creed normally has. I'm like, 4 sprays is probably not that bad. Plus, most of the time I was out doing things today. I was going to be indoors, so it's not like I was going to be out in the heat or in the hot weather and I'm walking around, like crazy now. I went to do some grocery shopping and I went to the mall and just wasted time pretty much. I just didn't waste time today. Fiance's in Florida, so I think she would love this DNA though. She likes, which one does she like? She liked Delphinus when I brought home a sample of Delphinus. But Centaurus, she never got to smell. Triumph de Bacchus is one that she likes to smell out in the air. When I had her smell it up close, she was not the biggest fan. That Allure Homme Sport is really nice. But yeah, that's my weekly rotation. Not sure how I feel about these Zaharoffs. Honestly, and I can tell you right now. All right, now that I'm talking about Zaharoffs, right? The Seraphine Blue, it sucks. It is what it is. It's pretty much like a niche house take on trying to make a designer fragrance. I haven't given it a wearing yet, but I just don't like it. It's not that I don't like it, I just don't care about it. I don't know if there's coconut in here. Hold on, let me go ahead and spray this again. Just because I don't think I'm going to talk about this fragrance again, so might as well just talk about it now. With whatever I can smell. Okay, so yeah, it has to have some kind of coconut, but it feels like it's trying to be a designer fragrance. Like it's trying to be one of the, what designer fragrances are now, like the Invictus-y blue shower gel, sweet kind of fragrance, but with coconut. That's what it feels like it's trying to be. I haven't given it a wearing yet, but that's what it kind of, I'm just saying that's just what it feels like. Doesn't impress me enough to want to wear it either. It's not like signature rose or whatever. Well, let's go ahead and do it. I'm gonna spray on this. You know what? No, I still have some Taurus on me. I'm not gonna start mixing stuff and give myself a headache. But yeah, that's my weekly rotation for this week. Let me know what you guys wore this week. Leave it down in the comments down below. Please leave a like, subscribe. I do also have affiliate links for some really great discounters in my description if you would like to check those out. I believe there's some that you do get some savings. Also, they are affiliate links, so I do get, what's it called? I do get a small commission at no cost to you. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys. I will see you guys on the next video. Have a good one, guys.